That meme you sent today. Oh, this morning, Diana. The one you sent in the group.
Oh, who remembers?
Yeah, but I really.
I read. Four members.
I
said
four.
That's what I read
four
first.
Member.
I was like, whore members. And then when it said that, I was like, what is it? I was like, oh,
like,
who remembers?
I did it. That's why I asked you guys. I'm like, what else is there? And then when you said who remembers, and I looked at it, I was like, oh, I really do have like a dirty mind. Is that what that means?
Just so bad.
Welcome back, everyone, to Open Water. Woo, 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 woo. Another episode. Happy Friday. Even though it's Tuesday when we film. Woo.
I didn't say anything.
I
know. You should have looked at her.
I mean, we will never do this live ever in our lives. There's no fucking way.
I mean, we could.
I mean, like, we could.
I don't think I could.
Why not?
I don't know. I just feel like we just had to redo the introduction because you're like, no.
Okay, but if it was live, like I would have been more prepared. I just wasn't. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, this is episode 20. Whoop, whoop, 2-0. The year that we'll never talk about ever again, 2020. So is this going to be a bad episode? No, I'm joking.
No. I mean, we're talking about,
life.
Adult shit.
That's all we do is talk about adult shit.
So my mom's coming into town for her birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she's going to go stay with her man friend. And then he told her that she has to leave when he goes to work. So she said that she asked if she could stay at my house, and I'm like, yeah.
Why can't she stay while he's at work?
That's what I said, but like, I guess like his living situation, like she can't be there when he's not there.
Is he have roommates?
I have no idea. Like, that's not my business, so like, I don't.
I mean, it should be your business. That's your mama.
I mean, I asked him like, why you still messing with this guy? Like,
yeah.
But I mean, I guess she loved him. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think if you are my like partner, as in to the point where I call you my boyfriend.
No, that's not her boyfriend.
Okay.
That's like her man friend.
Her fling. I mean, yeah, she's an adult woman.
That's her man friend. They be fucking. I wouldn't consider it a fling because they did date at some point, like when I was in high school.
I mean, dating is still not
for a long time. No, like that was
dating, hooking up,
that
talking,
was like,
all of it.
That was
just
well, my mom's an adult, so like if she's dating somebody, like, but whatever. They was together for a while, then they broke up, and then like they was fucking, and now like they're just like casually fucking all the time whenever she comes into town.
That's nice.
As adults do.
Yeah, as adults too. Like, so my brother is back in town. I have an older brother. He was in Japan for 2.5 years, and now he's back
To stay for live for good.
Yeah,
oh,
for
that's
4
good.
years. So this past weekend we went to see the cherry blossoms with him, his wife, and my nephew. And we were in the metro, like waiting to go back, and me and my sister-in-law got into a conversation about birth control and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm on birth control. And then, because I was like, I don't want no babies. My mom looked at me and I was like, what? You know I'm on birth control. You know I be fucking. You know I be at Hank's house every damn weekend. And my mom was like, I don't know what you guys are doing. And I'm like, you think we're just watching TV?
We're fucking,
and
Mom.
she was like, well, yeah. And I was like, well, technically we do watch TV, but we do be having sex. And then like,
we Netflix and chill.
I feel like the TV watches y'all more than y'all watch the TV.
But then like my sister-in-law was like, yeah, Brenda, she's an adult. She has sex. And I was just like, yeah. And then my brother's just staring at us like, I'm like, whatever. I'm a fucking adult. Like, mama, you should go have some sex too. Shit. Probably make you feel better. Damn.
Be nice to Brenda. Brenda, I'm on your side. If you need anything, just call me.
Don't call Diana.
I'm
She
on-
won't pick
I'm
up
on-
the phone.
I'm
so-
on Brenda-
Yeah, I don't.
I'm on
That's
Brenda's
true.
side too, but you know, everybody needs a little fucking in their life.
What
or
are you
a
on
lot of
Brenda's
fucking.
side for?
Because I have mommy issues. Duh.
She just wants someone to love her.
I have daddy issues and I have mommy issues. Bitch, I'm
my
all over the
God.
place.
So my dad
On
texted
trauma.
me about his sister is about to pass away.
Oh, damn.
He was like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, you know, I pretty much just like, I'm sorry about your sister, like, because she's not my aunt. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know my side. That's how my family. And then his sister, his baby sister, who she actually interacted with me, texted me, was like, hey, just letting you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, again, like, sorry to hear, but you're the only person from that side of the family who's ever reached out, ever talked to me, ever tried, told me happy congratulations, graduation, all that shit. No one else has ever. So what do y'all expect me to feel like? I don't know these people. So that's what I really wanted to say, but I'm like, that's your sister. She's dying. Let me not be a bitch. But
like, listen, I don't know her, but I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, that's what I pretty much said. I said, I'm sorry about your sister. Sending prayers. That's what I wrote immediately. I was like, nothing I can do about that. Sorry, bruh. Feel bad for you. But,
do you?
I'm gonna do me.
Do you really feel that
bad?
No,
I'll agree.
no, do you feel bad for your father?
Losing our sister. That's his sister. No matter what, that's fucking. If I lost my brother, I'd be fucking miserable. I don't know how I would deal. Like, that's my nigga right there. So it's like.
Oh no, I don't think I would feel that bad if my aunt died. I'm just being.
No, like if my uncles, like from my mom's brothers, if one of them died, I would be in shambles too. Cause I have her, and if my uncle's wife, who is my aunt, died, I would be in shambles. Like, that's my family. Like, they have raised me. They've taken a part into who I am.
No, I know, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, like, because you don't have that tie to your brother or anybody else, like, I personally, like, I wouldn't feel that bad that she died. Like, sorry for your loss, but like, I'm not really that sorry because like I don't really know you guys.
Well, yeah, you should feel that way in all reality. But for me, if I know that someone, like, if a random person saw them crying and I'm like, what happened? Like, say I just overheard them, like, oh my god, I found my mom died. I would be like, holy fuck, because I put myself in that situation, and I'm like, if I found out my mom died, I would be fucking. I wouldn't be able to breathe. I would probably faint. I would have a panic attack. Something would fucking happen.
You and Jessica feel the same way. Because for some reason, like, we talk about death all the time. And she's like, if my mom died, like, no one's going to hear from me.
Yeah, 100%.
And, like, I can see Jessica, like, losing her shit and going on the downward spiral. Because Sherry Swan that bitch.
But I see how my mom was whenever her mom passed. And she was in her 50s, so I pray that I'm at that age too. I think obviously if it happened now, between now and my 40s, I would be devastated. But I think in my 50s, because in my head, by that time my mom will be 80. So like, you lived a long life, like, you know, that's
you know it's coming.
Yeah, you know it's coming. But if I got a call like right now, no one would hear from me for maybe a year. If it would happen right now, for at least a year, I would just go away.
This is gonna sound bad, but like, I don't think that I would take it as hard as if my mom died, as if Jessica's mom died. I don't.
Your love is for who you. That's nothing.
I don't think that I would be like. Oh,
I think you say that now, but no. I do know
it would probably affect you. Yeah. Not the way that you know.
Like I would feel sad, but like
that's the thing. Grief affects people in different ways.
Well, it's because like we don't have a good relationship.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I've thought about, because I'm like, I haven't seen my dad since I was 15. I was like, what if I find out something happened to him? Like, I don't know. I'd be really upset. Like it's weird because like I don't know. I really can't say how I would feel about my dad. But, like, I know if it was my stepdad or my mom, I would lose my shit. Like my mom especially, because like. Like, even when I was little, like, when my sister was born, my grandma said, like, all I did was cry all the time. I just wanted my mom. Like, it was really bad. Like,
you were a jealous little bitch.
I was just like, where's my mom? Why isn't she here? Like, where is she? Sister. Like, what's happening? And I was, like, freaking the fuck out. I'm like, yo, fucked up. That should have been a sign of my attachment style. But no, like, I remember being a little kid because my mom has health problems and stuff. And that was, like, a part of the reason why I'd have trouble concentrating is I would always be worried like something was going to happen to her. Like, to this day, I still get worried when I hear sirens or like a gun pop off, and like if it's like right after you drop me off, or if like it's a time I know like my roommate's going to come home or something, I'm like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Just because I get anxious, and I just, my mind always goes and creates that crazy ass shit.
Because, I mean, I've seen, obviously, I think all of us know people who have lost their parents before, and I think for our age, to lose a parent, I mean, even if we're not close, that person still, at the end of the day, like, you have a relationship, and everyone does grieve differently. I've seen people who lose their parents, and they're perfect, they're okay, they're good, but then the day that they actually see that like, you have that, like, ceremony for them, they break down. Like, that happened with my grandpa. He showed no emotion about my grandma passing, nothing. He was laughing, joking, having a great time, everybody coming over, like, paying their respects, and at the funeral, it was just tears.
I think it's okay though if you don't react that way. Like, cause some people don't. Like, I remember like finding out like some family members had died, and I was sad. I cried, but I didn't really like. I wasn't super emotional because I had found out like 6 months after they had passed, so it was a while. I hadn't seen them in like 5 years or 6 years at that point or something. Like, I loved them, I cared for them, but like I didn't have that close relationship, and that's what affects like, you know, how you grieve, and also it's just your personality and how it is, like how you share it with other people, or you just act stoic in front of other people. You know, sometimes people think they have to be the strength of the family. Like
the last funeral that I went to for like that had to do with the family, my great grandmother died. I was 7, so like I didn't really know her.
Damn.
But everybody else was like boohoo crying.
Well, yeah.
And then I ended up crying, and then like looking back, and I'm like, bitch, why the fuck were you crying? Because you didn't really know this lady. All you know is that she was mean.
Though. It could just be empathy too.
No, I think it was because everybody else was crying.
That's what I'm saying. It's empathy.
No, I had no reason to cry. I didn't know her.
But empathy is when you feel how other people
it's
are feeling.
The other it's you could there's
no I
there's
know.
Different types of empathy. Cognitive empathy is putting yourself in someone else's shoes.
I definitely wasn't doing that at 7 years old.
There's emotional empathy. Cognitive empathy is something that I feel like
but I thought it was weird that I was crying over somebody that I didn't even know for real.
You thought that later on in life. You didn't say in that moment.
Well, I also didn't know why I was crying when I was 7. I just saw everybody else crying.
Yeah, sometimes that makes other people cry. You seeing other people cry.
I don't know. I thought it was strange, but I wish I would have known her.
Emotions are strange. Like sad, any emotion other than like anger or like to show strength, I think you think it's weird to you.
Well, you guys know that I don't like to cry because I feel like a punk ass bitch.
I know, but I'm just saying, I feel like that's why it's like so odd to you. Like, why the fuck was I crying? What a little fucking shithead. Like, no, like
it's perfectly okay to cry,
even if you didn't know to do certain shit.
Stop it!
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying.
I literally almost cried on Saturday when fucking when Arizona lost the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship. Stanford beat them, and I almost started crying for Arizona. I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad for them. And I was like, wait, why am I crying for them?
No, when I get around my period,
and
I get very sensitive, and I tend to cry at a lot of shit.
Me
like,
too.
Oh my god, I started like 2 days ago.
I started Saturday.
My titties hurt.
So yeah, I pretty much started Saturday. But it was like spotting, but the full thing came like Monday. Like full, you're here, bitch, we're ride. Let's take this time and ride.
You spotted that long?
With this IUD now, I spot for 2 days before my period. And then I have a period for 4 days, and then I usually spot like a day after. Sorry, TMI, whatever, it's my period. Women bleed. Anyway,
let's pick a topic.
Yeah, let's get off of the death anyway. And let's pick a topic. Go ahead, girl, pack that hair. You can't scratch it. Go ahead, pack that shit.
No, I can't. I got no nails. Oh my goodness, I need to wash this hair.
Oh.
Budgeting.
Okay.
Needs versus wants. What is a want? What is a need? Living under.
Your budget.
I can't fucking read.
Living under below your means. So
living under. No, it's because I can read.
Oh, that's a good way we can go start writing to it then. Living below your means.
Living below your means.
The bills. Okay. So
anyways, so I hate paying bills, and sometimes I only pay the past due balance because I don't want to give them all my money.
I've been doing really good at paying all my bills for once in my life.
I mean, I'm good at that now because there's been a few times where the cable's been cut off because I forgot to pay it, and the phone bill's been cut off because I forgot to pay it. But But then I just have to pay the past due balance, and then like they cut it back on. But like I always forget to pay it, so that's why everything is on auto pay now. So like I don't think about having to pay the bills. It just comes out every month.
That's what I used to do.
Auto bill pay. I love it. It's the best.
I would just have people give me money because the bills, literally, as long as, except for my first house, because that house should have been condemned. I had no utilities except for electricity. But no, like every bill has always been in my name. The bills always go in my name, and everyone just gives me money.
I don't like that because sometimes you have to like.
I hate being responsible for that.
You
shit,
have to
though,
like
because it's like doing
chase
math
people down.
And yeah.
I might beat a bitch up if she don't give me the money for the electricity.
Like that's the other thing. Like what about like, because I know a lot of people are on phone, like share phone accounts with other like their friends, people like that. I like what I was telling you earlier when I was switching my account from Sprint. I was on there with someone that I lived with, like a former teammate of mine, and for me personally, we did it so our bill would be lower. But our bill somehow ended up getting higher, and she always paid it late, so our phones would get cut off.
My question is, number one, you should have beat her the fuck up.
Well, she was all the way in Pennsylvania, and I'm here.
Fuck that bitch. You should have cut that shit off. Number two, why wasn't she on like a plan with her parents? Because I'm pretty sure her parents had a phone.
Because we were trying to be adults.
Yeah, you know.
So what?
I mean,
I'm an adult, and my cell phone bill is under my mom's name. And it's been like that since I was in high school, but at one point...
I have not shared a phone with my parents since I was 16 or 17. We never really had a cell phone for very long. They would always get cut off.
Oh, no.
I've been paying my own phone shit since I was in high school.
Yeah, I've been paying my own phone bill since I was in high school too, but it's always been under my mom's name.
I didn't give my mom the money.
My mom's talking about you need to be on your own shit, and I'm like, no, I'm not, because I like AT&T. I'm gonna stay with AT&T, and I'm gonna continue to pay the phone bill. Now, she's technically on my shit because she don't pay her phone bill. I pay her phone bill. So I'm the adult now. I'm the mom. Don't cut it off, please.
Well, you said, because it's still her name.
I am an authorized user, but it's under her name. So if ever she wants to be like, fuck you, bitch, you don't get a phone, and then me and Jessica and herself no longer have a phone.
I've always thought about getting my own phone player, but then I'm just like, it's just so much easier just to pay my mom. Like, I don't have to think about it. Like, she just like, oh, it's this. And I'm just like, all right, cool.
I mean, at this point, it's technically mine.
The whole reason, that was the thing. I had one of those, like, smart, what is it called? I forgot. It was like a Walmart. It was Walmart's pay-as-you-go plan thing. I had one of those, Smart Talk. And,
you had a trap phone.
My shit ended up, like, I had that phone for a while, and then it ended up just falling apart one day. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll get an iPhone now. And that's when my roommate, she had just joined the Air Force, so she had all this money and was like, ooh, I'll get my own phone account too. So we went on together. And at first it was cool because I was in charge of paying it while she was in boot camp. So like, and it was me and this guy who was basically like a father to her. It was both of us. Like I would drop the check to him. I would mail a check to him and he would pay our bill for us, basically. She gave him the power of her account or whatever. So that shit was good, but like once she was the one that was in charge, it was just she didn't have good financial like literacy. She had a problem with spending money, and like I feel like that's a lot of people. Like we don't know, different reasons we all struggle with money. Like either we spend too much, we're afraid to spend money, or somewhere in between. And then you also have the issues that we just don't know shit because we don't learn it, or no one really teaches us, you know.
Yeah, my mom and I had a conversation about that, and she was like, did I really teach you budgeting? And I was like, no, you didn't. Like, you really didn't. I went to college, and that's why I got myself into debt and fucked up my credit score and fucked up everything, and you had to bill me out. Yeah, I had a credit card. Like, she had to bill me out a lot of times, but I was just like, you never taught me. So when I did go to college, then once I started serving in college, and I was making so much money, I was just...
You didn't care.
You didn't know what to do with it?
I didn't know what to do with it. If I would have started saving from that point of my life, especially when I came back to DC, because My first time serving was when I first was in DC at Gordon Bears. My first time, I was going into my sophomore year of college, and I worked at GB in that summer. And then when I went to college, because I told him I was transferring to American to get the job. So then when summer came in, I was like, oh, by the way, I couldn't afford American, so I'm going back to BCU. So I actually I'm not staying. And like, he was like, oh my God. And like me and 3 other girls, we're all college girls. We all were like, yeah, we said the same thing. Like we told him we were going to be here just so we can get the job. And then like when school started, it was like, so peace out. And then at that time he was like, you're the 3rd person who's told me that. And I'm just like, whatever, cool. But then when I went back to college, I started serving. I was like, oh, I love serving. I mean, continue to serve.
Yeah, it's fast.
And I was just making all this fucking money. And I was going ham. It was so bad.
See, I had my stepdad to thank for this because even though I had anxiety, because this is my thing, I didn't have problems with spending money when I was in high school because I always bought my own shit. I buy my sister's shit. Like when my sister went to college, I would put money in her account for her. Like I had a little bit of money as with my younger sister. I always had a little bit of money, so I was like, it's good. Even though I told my stepdad when I first got my job, I will save the money. I was gonna save it all. He's like, yeah, right. I literally blew it on clothes I never fucking wore.
I said the same thing. I said I'm gonna save all of my money, and then I spent my money on food.
Exactly, food and clothes. That's where all my money went.
No, I didn't.
And gas.
My stepdad, though, he was the one to be like, you never know what's gonna happen. You need to have money saved. And then when I didn't know what was gonna happen, and it was gonna be like $900 or some shit to fix my car, I was like, I don't have it. Yep. I just spent $1,000 to fix my car. I don't have another $900. So my parents, they picked it up that time and paid it for me, but I was like, I need to have money. Like I felt so bad that they paid it. Like didn't want the money back. Like I felt,
moment.
Yeah. So I was like, I have to save,
but I didn't. My mom fixed my car when I was in college. I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you were. And then I was just like, make you more comfortable.
And it was always, Mom, I need this, and I mean, she would do it because she's my fucking mom, but I still paid her back all that money. So yeah.
No,
I'm actually still paying her back.
I always hit my mom up for rent money.
It's always like difficult when it comes to like family and money because it's like, one hand it's your family, but money, it's like a touchy thing. Cause like I remember with my sister to go to NYU, we couldn't ever get loans anywhere because like my parents' credit was like some shit, and so we ended up getting a loan through my uncle, my dad's brother, and it was just. My mom didn't want to do it, but my sister really wanted to go to NYU. I was like, I'll help pay it. We'll figure this out, blah, blah, blah. But it was just so fucking stressful.
Well, you were also still in college?
I wasn't in college at the time. I was unsure. I went to college that next semester, though. My first semester I went. Or I'd only gone one semester, and then I took another year break. I think that's what that period of my life was. But I don't know. It's hard. Like, it really is. Because my grandma still mentions the loan that she gave my parents to buy our house 20 years ago. And she's like, I never got that money. And so I feel partially responsible for that shit. Because she's like, I never got that money back. But I'm like, your son could have paid you that money if he hadn't blown through all of the shit that he did. Because he blew through a lot of money.
I don't know. I don't feel the need to tell my family they have to pay me back. But my issue with my family always asking me for money is that they're always asking me for money. It's never like, hey, how are you? What's up? But now as everyone's getting older, I stop answering phone calls because I know that that's what they're calling me for. So they know don't call me out of the blue for money, even though I'm never going to ask you to pay me back because
that's just
clearly you're hard up.
I think that's just on boundaries though, for yourself, and then you gotta uphold this shit even.
Well, they haven't asked me for money in a long time. My little brother hit me up talking about, can you send me $30 for food? And I sent it to him.
For $30? Mm-hmm. Where are you going to eat? If you broke, you don't even know $30 on food. That's what I would have said. I would have said, you're not going to McDonald's? You only $5?
This isn't just a one-time thing. My brother is also homeless.
Oh, he wanted groceries.
I don't know what he wanted, but I also feel like he was probably going to use that money to go stay somewhere.
That's the other thing. Just be honest about me. What you want the money for?
I think there's just a lot of shame that comes with asking for help.
He is like, I don't know, my brother's weird, and like, he'd be all over the place, and I just want him to do better, and he's slowly but surely getting there, but it's just, I am your last resort. Like, don't hit me up for anything for real, unless like you're like super hard up.
Yeah.
But I also feel partially responsible for him because he got dealt the shitty end of the stick of all of the kids. So like, I feel bad because I don't feel like he was taken care of the way that he should have been taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but that's why, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, boundaries are good for, like, just like, even if you can't, like, help him, like, financially, be like, listen, you can call me for anything else. Like, sometimes you just verbally have to say shit. Like I told you, I had to set a boundary with my sister before, and like, tell her, be like, listen, I get what, like, you know how I am. Like, you've already said it, so like, this is. You don't want me to get upset, but I will literally get upset every single time because that's just how I am. Even if you say don't get upset, it's just naturally going to happen. So you can't tell me about these things if you don't want me to react that way. So it's just like, to improve your relationship, maybe just don't ask me for money. Or don't just hit me up only when you want money. Maybe just call me.
Well, they've also been getting better with that too. Yeah. Just like hitting me up and seeing how I'm doing, because before, like, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So that's a boundary that I set with them, and I explained it to all of them. Like, don't call me just to ask me for money, because I'm gonna tell you that I don't got it, knowing that I do. But like, in my mind, like, if I give it to you, then I won't have it for myself, and then like, I'm gonna be fucked. And then
that's the other thing, though. That's the other thing, because I've done that before. I've helped other people financially, which ended up fucking me over a few months later. Like, I didn't have the money, and I was like, fuck.
No, I only give out money knowing I'm not getting it back. If I give you money, I don't expect it back.
I don't expect it back.
But if you pay it back, cool. But if I can't afford it, I'm not. Yeah, I'm only giving you money, but I'm doing it because I'm just like, end of the day, I have it. If you don't pay me back, you don't pay me back. That's cool with me. I don't go into it thinking I'm getting my money back ever when I give someone money.
For the most part, I don't, unless like we have an agreement where they were like, I'm gonna pay you back.
They can say it all they want.
Like, well, because I'm only lending, because I've lent money to someone who like never pay me back, blah blah, and I'm like, well, I'm not doing that shit again. But like, to people that I know I can trust, yeah, I'm like, I got your back, like no questions asked. Like, I've done that for people before. Like, it doesn't matter. But then other times in hindsight, like I told you earlier, kind of annoyed me that I was like, not more, I don't know. You have to think about yourself. You have to worry about yourself, your finances, your credit history,
what do we always say? You come first.
Yeah.
No one else comes. You're the only person I'm in control of is me.
My mom says you have to take care of number one before you can take care of number two.
Yeah. I think of me first. I am selfish.
I use that shit all the time now.
And I think people should be selfish in certain aspects of life. And money is one aspect of life I'm very selfish in. And I
feel like people should be selfish with their money to an extent. But I mean, I'm only speaking for myself. I can't speak for anybody else.
I was actually thinking that, like, I don't know, because I was thinking like, if I were ever rich, like when I own property, or when I'm rich, I should say, when I own property, I'm not, even if I, like, I don't know, own a house in downtown DC, I don't know, something about it makes me feel uncomfortable charging like $5,000 rent.
Yeah, that's different.
Like, I don't know, like, I get it. At the same time, I just know there's people struggling just to be able to live in this, like, just be able to live, support their family in the city or whatever.
Yeah, that's when your own investment. That makes sense.
Somebody better be opening every motherfucking door for me.
I mean, that's the only reason why I want to get wealthy, is to buy properties, to rent them out. So they're already paid for. I have the money. I bought it cash, baby, done. No mortgage.
Yeah, you're just making your money back.
Yeah, so you can just charge people whatever the fuck you want to just make some extra income. Like, that's my ultimate goal in life.
Like, what I want to do is like get rich and then help other people.
Yeah.
Get rich, basically. Like, basically flip everything around.
I just want to be financially comfortable. Like,
I think that's all anyone wants.
I think right now I'm financially comfortable, but my situation is a very rare and grateful, like, I'm very grateful for the situation I'm in. But my only thing is that I have to keep on this path of me sticking to this budget to be able to live this lifestyle that I'm currently in, even after I move out of my mom's house. And I mean, I ultimately want to buy a house. She now told me that she's probably going to move in 2 years. So I have 2 years.
So now you have more time.
Yeah, because I want to buy a house. I really do. I want to buy like a 3-4 bedroom house.
And you can totally do it in that time. Like,
yeah, 100%.
Join a home buyers program. They'll pay you the closing costs.
Yep. Like I know I'm able to do
first homeowners buyers.
And if I'm able to save, you know, the 20-30 grand that I want to, I will have a great cushion for my fucking self. And that's all I want. That's all I want. That's all it's about.
Well, I mean, you also have to have your credit score. Also has to be.
And I already have. Let's talk. I already have good things on my credit score.
Let's talk about
because like a lot of in order to buy a house, like they look at your credit score and that determines how much money
what's on your credit score.
Yeah, like it's everything. Wild because I wasn't taught about credit score.
I was taught about it in high school I took a class that taught. Well, you had to take. You took
economics, but I'm like trying to think in economics.
I took principles of business, and they taught me about credit score and that.
Was that like a?
Because we had to like make business plans. It was an elective.
Okay.
So we had to make business plans. You had to apply for loans. Like he taught us all of that. Though. Yeah,
that's really good.
But like,
the only reason
no one really gets that.
Yeah. The only reason I knew the shit I did is because my economics teacher was like, listen, it's not in the syllabus for me to teach you this, but I think you really need to know. Like, you need to know how to budget. You need to know how to pay bills, like know how a credit score works. And he had a whole little thing. Like, taught us super fast the other shit. And then he's like, all right, we got a little extra time. We're going to learn about this. Yeah. Like, you're about to graduate. Like, you need to learn.
We did that. We had a whole fucking family budget. If you got your job, your salary.
Yeah, we did that.
You pick where you live. Yeah. Like, you have to really make a budget.
It's like
elementary school, we had to do a checkbook.
I learned how to write a check.
Sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And like, if you wanted to buy stuff from the store, you had to write a check out of your account from your budget.
And then write that little amount, subtract, do the math, keep it balanced.
They taught us all of that, but they didn't teach us anything about credit score. Like, so I know how to write a check. I know how to balance a checkbook. But that doesn't mean shit.
Credit scores are literally the dumbest things in the world to me.
Not the world, remember? Just this
America.
country.
It's the dumbest thing in America because, you know, no one else uses credit scores. I don't understand. Like, it really, like how, I mean, I do understand. It's literally control and manipulation of the economy. And it's to a certain group of people, even though everyone wants to say, all you got to do is work hard. No one's actually oppressed, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, okay? You work hard, yes, but you have to work harder depending on what you look like. Yeah. And even if you work harder, you still will be told that you're not good enough. And I think that's freaking absolutely ridiculous, but like, that's how you control what the middle class looks like, what the upper class looks like, upward mobility and all that other bullshit. Like
I was reading this article and they were talking about how a lot of these white companies that were started, a lot of their parents or friends, family friends were able to just give them money and be like, oh, I'll go get a loan for you, give you this money. Or
yeah, like what's his name's parents?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
His parents gave him like 300. His family, they gave him like 300 grand.
Yeah, and then the friends of the family like gave him an extra like all this money, all raised money, like put in money for him. But like a lot of people of color's family cannot do that because they have been living to survive. Mm-hmm. That's what they have been doing.
That's why people want generational wealth. So you can help your next generation create an Amazon.
Yeah.
Or whatever else comes from that.
Because me and her always say, like, if we had parents who will actually, I know my mom for sure. I don't know about your mom, but she believes in like what I want to do, like how I want to be in the entertainment industry. She listens to me, you know, she watches our videos, like she's really like she's there for it. But if she had the money, I'm pretty sure she would be like, here's this.
Go buy all the equipment. My mom would totally be the same way.
But we don't have that fucking way. We really have to raise the money by ourselves. Try to do this all by ourselves. And it's like, if we had that, no one could they won't stop us, baby. But it's gonna happen anyway.
So, in high school, I told my mom that I wanted a phone, and she was like, "You need to get a job so you can pay for it yourself." She pretty much taught me like the value of money and like the just just a sense of like how proud you are to be able to get something on your own. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but sometimes it's like
I know that, but like in my mind, like us having to pay for everything on our own, like I feel like once we get to where we want to be, like it's just going to be so much more gratifying because we actually did it ourselves.
I saw someone posted a meme and said, if someone came and gave you, you saw that one? It was like, no, it said, would you rather say you worked really hard to get here or someone gave you an investment of $1 million and you got to start your dream? Everyone's like, give me that motherfucking $1 million. But of course it's nice. I worked hard. I hustled from the bottom. But if someone came up to us right now and said, here's $1 million fucking dollars, you can do whatever you want with it. Fuck yeah, I'm taking that $1 million
who wants
fucking
to struggle?
dollars.
Who wants to hear no? Who wants to be unsure?
Well, yeah, if I had the option of getting $1 million or doing it myself,
obviously,
but
that's the point.
I don't have that option.
Have that
people
option.
do not have that option.
We don't have that option.
Do like
and that's what fucking sucks.
And that's the thing that bothers me though. Like, I don't know. Like people.
I hate like Donald Trump saying, "My father gave me a small loan." Motherfucker, your father gave you $1 million. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
If, like,
I want a small loan of $1 million.
I mean, like Jeff Bezos, at least he admits it. He's like, yeah, my fucking family and they gave me this money. I'm so like, he's grateful for it. People who are not grateful for it, I'm like, fuck you.
It's like fake modesty.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Well, I mean,
or fake humbleness.
I think Jeff Bezos.
No, I'm not saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying Donald Trump. That's fake humbleness or something. Because like that for him, that's honesty. That's being real. Like, okay, blah blah blah. But you know,
if only. But yes, we are gonna work our asses off, and we have been. And I know that we
have no choice.
Like, Diana and I are like literally like, okay, at the end of this month, we're gonna have our next script written, and then we're gonna open our business account.
I keep thinking about buying the camera. Like I'm like, cause like I'm like, I got the money. Like,
I know, but we're not even filming anything yet. I really think we should wait until we're actually like about we have this like shooting schedule and like location.
I think it would be good to have it so that way we could get used to the cinematography aspects, blah blah blah. But let's go back to the main thing. All right, needs versus want.
Well, we already did all that.
Sorry. Okay. Let's talk about taxes real quick. Taxes, because this is the one thing I always struggle with for the longest time. I remember I went to because the post office they have the W whatever or the I-98 whatever the fuck it is that if you file your paper taxes. It's whatever paperwork that you need. And I remember going there and I tried doing it and I was like looking at my W-2, looking at that, and I was like, I don't understand any of this. And then my mom tried doing it and she got pissed off, the same as I did. So she's like, we're just going to a tax guy. We're going to an accountant. So like I always gave my parents my W-2 and go to the accountant. Albeit it was pretty much like a fake W-2 because it was being paid under the table. Yeah. And they were like, this W-2 doesn't make sense. So I didn't really actually understand taxes and start seeing getting money back next till I moved down here and started working down here.
I still don't understand the taxes.
It's honestly, I file my own taxes now. I will never go to anyone else to file. I mean, I use TurboTax or Free Tax USA. I use the both of them, but I'm like, it's honestly very fucking easy. Not to toot these other fucking shit, but
I have someone who does my taxes for free,
and someone who also works.
But my mom is not.
Even though she's a technician,
software,
IT
tester. That's all she does. But I mean, her and her best friend have their own tax preparation company, which is very smart, a good little side hustle to do. But I started filing my taxes, but then I always filed but never paid. That was my issue. I never paid my fucking taxes.
No, thank you.
It's like, nope, I owe you that much money. I don't give a fuck. I'm not paying it. Because I was that server who didn't set aside money for their taxes ever.
That was the thing. When I moved down here, I was from Pennsylvania, and at the time they didn't pay state taxes or whatever. And Jack, he was from Pennsylvania, and he was like, make sure you take out so much % a month because it's not going to come out. I was like, oh, for real? So I saved up this extra money, but the tax person I went to did their magic, and I didn't owe anything. And I was like, oh.
But
so it ended up working out for me.
For this year, thankfully, I filed I did all the years, And because I stopped filing in 2017, so I had 2018, 2019, and 2020 to file this past tax time. So I filed my mom and her best friend, they filed everything, and I got money back from those years. But since I owed so much money, they pretty much took all my refunds, and they took stimmies. And that first 2 stimmies, they took those stimmies and put it. But I got that last $1,400 stimmy, which I was like, ooh, thank you God. But now my taxes for I owe nothing in state now, and for federal I only owe like $900 now. So that's all doable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I also, 2019 has not gone through yet because someone did a scam on me and they filed taxes for me. And now I have to like stop all those. So technically that return could pay off my federal. And I might get a little bit like $400, $500. I just need to be an adult and do that because taxes are fucking important.
Yeah.
Which is stupid too. I hate taxes.
It literally,
like, Nasty said the realest thing, like, y'all know how much you give me or I owe you. So just take it out or give it to me.
Yes. Why do I have to go through all of this? You know how much money I owe.
Bruh, I will, if rich people can use that shit to their advantage, I want to be able to do it myself and use it to my fucking advantage. I told you. No, I get back my money. Like, Diana is here for Diana, God damn it. Like,
be fucking selfish.
Yes.
Like, I've been on unemployment for the last year. I still got back some fucking money.
That's the only reason why I got back so much money this past year, but they took all of it. All of it. All $2,500.
I think I have to file my taxes.
Oh, you still haven't filed?
I don't know. We've been doing this shit late. We've been forgetting.
Now they extended it till May.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They had it.
Because they did a tax credit because
they weren't accepting it
for a while. Yeah. Remember, they were accepting and then they closed it, and I got mine in right. Me and you both got ours in before they closed it down for a little bit.
Yeah, because all I did was I was like, well, this is when they'll start accepting me. I'm just gonna submit it, and it'll just sit there until whatever it is
until they open back up.
Yeah, that's what I assumed would happen. I was like, I knew it wasn't going to get processed or anything for a month, but I wanted to like have my name as high up there as possible.
So when it came to our taxes, and we all had to save. So what are ways that y'all save money right now, currently?
I literally just don't spend anything. I mean, I feel like the pandemic has been one way where I can just save money.
Very helpful.
Like, I'm not going out. I never really went out before anyway, but I'm definitely not going out now. My main thing is really, like I told you yesterday, it's spending money on food. Like, we were talking about possibly ordering food today. I was like, I can't because I have ordered food every day since last Tuesday. Like, and I had to think about it, but I'm like, oh my God, I did. Because I was like, I didn't order food on Friday. I'm like, no, I ordered food at like 1 a.m. So I guess technically it was Saturday. I didn't order food on Friday. No, I'm just kidding. But like, that is one way to eat your money. Like, you have to pay it to save money. You need to first, I think, look at how you're spending your money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, go into your phone, because that's the one thing about iPhone, like with the subscription, see what the fuck's on there. Because sometimes you might not even, I saw I had DoorDash, I was paying them $10 a month, and I was like, I thought I canceled that. So, cancel, turn that off. It's to get like a discount. But and then my fucking Netflix, I had it on like premium or some shit from years ago when it was only like $8, like from when I first joined, basically when Netflix first started, when they had the DVDs.
But then they just kept going up and up, and
I never changed it. And I was like, yo, it's almost $20 and I'm one fucking person. Why do I need to be able to see it unlimited screens or whatever? I'm like, I don't share my account with anyone. Like,
I have to update mine and take off the DVD option.
That's still an option?
I still have mine.
I didn't know it was extra.
Well, now
you used to be able
I didn't know it was
to have the
extra
premium.
now.
It would give you unlimited DVDs for the month or whatever. If it was other ones, you would only be able to get like one DVD at a time.
I honestly thought they stopped the DVD service. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, so I don't know. I had lost one of the DVDs in one of my many moves, so like I never returned it, so they wouldn't send me another one. But like, I already paid for it because you never got it back. Yeah. So like whatever, but I'm still getting charged to rent DVDs.
That's the other thing though. You should look at like, do you guys pay for Netflix?
Yeah, I pay for mine.
Because I personally need to do it because I'm pretty sure T-Mobile offers free Netflix, and Sprint, since they merged with T-Mobile, Sprint gives you free Hulu, and T-Mobile gives you free Netflix, so I should be able to get those because I already have free Hulu, so I should be able to get Netflix for free. Just look at what your phone company or other companies offer.
I already did that. Mine does not offer anything.
Oh, for real?
Verizon offers nothing.
I don't know if AT&T offers anything, but
AT&T does. I don't remember which one, but they do.
I know T-Mobile is great because of the T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Oh,
bruh, my roommate, because she had T-Mobile, and like we've gotten free pizzas. We've gotten so much shit because of her T-Mobile Tuesdays. Like
that's the only great thing about T-Mobile. I was like, didn't T-Mobile buy Sprint? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. Those are the
big three.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because you remember Cingular? Cingular became AT&T.
That's actually what my mom started with Cingular Wireless.
We had Sprint and then we moved to Verizon and we have never switched from Verizon.
I have had Sprint, I had Verizon, I had AT&T, I had Cingular. Like I said, we had a phone for a couple of months, got cut off, moved on to the next company.
Got that free promotional deal.
I didn't exactly learn good financial literacy.
I have never had anything other than AT&T. So if my name is out there under something else, that's not me.
I've had Sprint now 8 years, probably. Like 6, 7, 8 years. 8 years. I've had Sprint for 8 years. I like it, honestly.
18.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
I
honestly think they're all the same.
Yeah. I mean, since I upgraded, I think my bill went up like $30, but my shit was $90 a month.
Mine's $125 because I pay my cell phone on it.
That's what I did with mine because I was like, I'll pay part of it and then I'll just pay the rest monthly. I'm like,
but I better get an upgrade at the end of this year. Actually, my phone should be paid off next month actually, so I can get an upgrade anytime. And I don't know if I want to upgrade or not. But like the iPhone 12, baby.
Bruh, if you do, I need you to put a case on it, like all of that right away.
Yeah, I will buy all the spiffy things.
Like,
because that'll be really great, like just for us to have iPhone 12.
It's a new musician. I'm not going to tell you about it.
But I feel like that was good.
No, my cable gave me free Netflix.
That's the other thing. You just need to look at where you can get free shit. Because make the system work for you. Make this shit work for you. Do what you can.
Why not?
Because I already had Netflix. So I'm able to log into Netflix from the TV. And I had already had mine logged in, and then they logged my ass out and told me I had to make a whole new motherfucking account.
Okay, make a whole new...
I had to because I couldn't even log into my old one, but I didn't like that shit. Don't force me to do that.
But I mean, if they're paying for it, I'll be okay.
You can keep that shit. I already had Netflix.
Okay, Nasty. For someone who just said,
I know.
I have anxiety about spending money. Someone's offering to take you from spending money on something.
My issue is... I don't even think that it's for free for real. I still think that I'm being charged for it.
Yeah,
my
technically
cable.
you are.
But the issue that I had was I've had this Netflix account for so long that it has been curated to what I like to watch, and now I had to start it all over again, and I didn't like that. I felt like I just wasted years of my life trying to get the perfect things to come
perfect
up.
Algorithm. Are you serious?
That's what I was mad about. I don't care.
Be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet over here.
I don't care. I don't care. That's what I was mad about.
So, what about other saving methods aside from looking at what you pay for every month?
I use this app called Digit, which is amazing.
I need to.
I remember. What's her name? Your best friend from Pi. Always come, Jenny. Jenny and I, we both use it because she was talking about it and she's like, yeah, it's amazing. It literally takes money out of your account every day. And it's based on your spending as well. So if it's
is it like a rounding situation?
No, like this past morning it took $35 out of my account because it sees that my account has been at the amount that it's been at for the past 2 weeks. So it's saying, okay, she's balancing her money enough because it's been raising from 6 and it just got to $35 because it's noticed that I haven't been spending a lot. And I checked that account this morning and I have $400 some.
So, okay.
And then my other account, my other savings that I actually do see, I have a little bit over $890 in there. So I'm gonna have a good over G save.
Yeah.
And my bills right now are $2,100 a month right now is how much I pay in bills. Yeah. $2,100? Yeah, here and there, it differs on groceries and gas, depending on if I do deliveries for Diana, that pays for my gas. So it's different little things. But right now, Emily is doing great, and I'm very, very happy. But that's one way I save really well is by using Digit. That has helped me so much.
Yeah.
Because it's about, I would say it's about.
Do you pay for the app?
No, it's free.
I think what it is I think it's good because it can move. It's not you consciously putting the money inside, and that can just be like either a rainy day fund or like a vacation.
And that's
fund.
what it's called. They call it rainy day fund. But they also will do like you can put all your bills on there, and it'll pay your bills for you too. It'll keep track of. It's pretty much a budgeting app, but I just use it for the saving aspect, like because you just link your bank account, and you can put all your bills in there. It'll pay your bills for you too. Like it's. You can plug your phone number and it has all your subscriptions that's linked to that phone number. So you can be like, hey, you actually haven't logged into this thing forever. Do you want to cancel it? We'll cancel it for you. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really, 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 really good. I sent out a text message to like 10 of my friends. It was like send to 10 and 10 of your friends register. Then we'll put in $10 to everybody who registers for you, and then we'll give them $10. And like only one of my friends signed up for it when I sent that text out.
Listen, fuck off, all right? I will join.
Yeah.
I didn't get that message.
I did send it to you too.
Send it to me.
A really long time ago. It was a long time ago when I first signed up back like during the pandemic. I sent it out to pretty much everyone who I text, and y'all are part of people who I text. Yes, I did. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but I believe you. I believe that you did. You sent me the HBO Max login how many times? And I literally meant to ask you yesterday to send it to me again.
I'm like, what? Okay.
I totally believe that you did, and I was just like, okay, cool.
Oh man.
Like I'm I'm forgetful.
I know.
Like
but
literally.
What is the other way that Nasty? Do you have a way you save right now?
No.
Because I got it from you. That saved.
No,
well, you
right,
got it from
right
Pinterest,
now.
Right? Oh yeah, because we're not getting cash.
Right now, I'm not saving any money because I don't get any cash. But before, I would save all the tens that my hands ever touched.
Oh, I did that for 1 month when you told me about it, but back when we were all serving, and I remember
how much money did you save?
I saved a good because I remember one day my manager had to pay me in tens, and I was
I was so mad.
I loved getting tens.
But then I was like,
though.
you know what?
Like
I'm
this
going
is
to do
good.
it. It was a good 8 something. Like I did almost like
within a month, I was able to save close to $1,000.
I was like, damn.
I paid for 2 trips to Jamaica that way, saving my tens.
Yeah.
And it didn't even take long.
I would save all of my tens, and you also know that I would track how much money I would make every day. So not only was I tracking how much money I made, I was tracking how much money I was saving in tens. And then while I was also doing that, I was also doing another one where I would save $70 a week. So I had multiple saving stashes because I don't ever want to be I don't have any money, if something happens. And I started doing that because September's and February would always be slow. And so I wouldn't have any money to pay my rent.
That's the other thing too.
Then we would have to dip into our savings, and then it would just be a hard 3-4 weeks, maybe the most maybe 6. And I didn't like feeling like I'm literally just scraping pennies together. So I started doing that. And I would tell people all the time, I'm like, this is how I save my money. This is how I'm able to...
It's literally the best way to save fucking money.
I was like, this is how I'm able to still be able to pay my bills, still get to work, because a bitch gotta come to work to save some money, and still just be able to feel comfortable in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people... Sorry.
Timber.
And a lot of people are like, I can't do that. I don't know how you can do it. And I'm like, you have to force yourself.
Yeah.
You have to have
it's self-control.
You have to be consistent with
That's
it.
all budgeting is, from the beginning. It's self-control.
But that's the thing. I think we don't, or a lot of people aren't taught self-control at a young age. I think.
No.
And then in general, some people just have issues with self-control. But for the most part, I don't think we're taught self-control. And they're like I was thinking the other day, DBT, interpersonal effectiveness, emotional regulation, distress tolerance, mindfulness. I feel like those are all great skills to teach a kindergartner.
Yeah.
Literally.
Crazy. My sister-in-law, so the Air Force lets them use all the rest of their money, not important. So she ordered all these freaking books for Thad, right? And one of them was like how to deal with your emotions, what to do when angry. And I was just like, all these books about regulating emotions. And I'm like, that is how you raise a fucking kid.
It seriously is, though. Yeah. Because they're learning. If a kid reacts some way that you don't like or is not normal, it's because they're in pain or some sort of distress, and that's how their body is reacting and their mind is reacting. Like, figure it the fuck out.
And like seeing how they are with him when he gets upset is the best thing. Like, they're like, go cool off, go. And he'll go cool off, and then he'll be like, why were you upset? And he's able to express, like, I'm mad because you did this to me, Mom. Or I'm mad because Dad said this to me. And it's like, why did that make you upset? Because he'll be like, because it seems like you guys are mad at me. And it's like, well, we're not mad at you. We're upset at what you did. And this is why we're upset at what you did. Like, they treat him like a human.
Yeah, no, that's good, healthy communication. Yes. Like, a kid doesn't have to make up shit in their mind for their parents' behavior. And that's the problem. Like, a lot of kids, we don't get that, what is it, reassurance or whatever. Like, and that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
But it's hard at the same time. Like we've talked about before. Everyone has their own traumas, and they're raising us from that.
Oh, another thing that I used to do with saving money, sorry.
No, I wanted to go back because I want to ask you guys a question.
So when I would count my money out, everything that ended in a zero would be put away, and then everything that wasn't that was my money. That was my spending money. So if I came home with $163, the $3 is what I would have.
Yeah, that's what that's what I would do sometimes.
I really just needed it to get to work for real. So at one point I had so many loose single bills and $5 bills and things like that, because I would put away hundreds, 50s, and 20s into the bill, and then the 10s would be put somewhere else, and then if I had $15, 10 of that would be put away, and I would keep the 5. So I had just random monies all over the monies.
Oh, I miss being a fucking
I had random money everywhere in
Emily knows.
And shit. So
yeah,
that's also how
I think all of us
I miss
getting
cash in my hand at the end of the night.
Crazy when it came to our money. I mean, I
used to find $200 in my pocket.
All
and I'd
the
be
time.
How the fuck did I not notice? I
know all of us find money in our jackets.
I found $50 in my jacket a month ago.
Oh, being in the restaurant.
I just found $65 in a pair of my sweatpants.
Right? And how do we not notice this money going missing?
Because we were making so much money.
So my question is, we've been talking about...
No, but I'm saying we didn't even notice it going, gone.
We didn't notice it going then.
Because it's why does it matter? We got this money.
So, we've been talking about saving money, the ability to save money and all that shit and budgeting. But, what about... Because, this is one thing... they talk about retirement. Social Security is probably not going to be there.
I haven't even thought about retirement.
Exactly. That's the thing, though. Our age, we probably should have been investing in shit 5-6 years ago. It's not too late.
I really wish that I would have taken Bitcoin seriously.
Yes.
Back in the day, but I was just what?
I still think Bitcoin is some janky ass shit.
No.
I mean, regardless, it's jumped 10 grand in the last month.
A football player, he joined the league. His first salary was $13.5 million. He took half of that. Took $7 million, put it all in Bitcoin. He has taken it all out. He's now made $20 million. He turned that $7 million to $20 million. Because he was I, as a young man, getting $13 million contract, you can take half of that, so I have $7 million to be able to live your life and just let that sit for the last 5 years.
And grow.
And just grow. I mean, my mom's making money on Bitcoin. She's been doing it, and she's it's really good. And I want to get into the stock market so bad. Yeah. I follow two guys, and he said 2 weeks ago, everybody buy stock in Roku right now. It was at 180 or 2 something, and he posted about it today. The share is now at 350, and he was we hold on to another 3 to 6 months. I'm telling you, Roku is going to go up to at least $800 for a share. And I was I had the money and I really wanted to buy 2 shares, but I was I don't want to drop that. I'm afraid.
That's the thing. You just have to understand the market.
Yeah.
2, that's the issue with, like, remember how I've mentioned it before, like the politicians, they had prior knowledge of the shit with the pandemic, and they were able to get rid of the stocks before they got hit and then buy into the stocks that were going to make money.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the thing, like, you just have to, you can study the market the best you can, learn to predict, like, learn what, like, you know, what's going to make money.
Trends
like, what trends are, like, even right now, like, I feel like investing in
no
technology right now, like, anything technology, streaming, streaming, cannabis, like, what is it, like, even like, telecommunications, like, 5G shit, like, I mean, 5G is quickly going to be obsolete, like, literally it's like every other year they come out with the next version.
Oh yeah.
So, but right now, like, well, maybe it was like a month or two ago, they were saying to invest into 5G because, you know, it was going to see a boom because Apple had just like struck some deal with Sprint or one of the phone companies or some shit. But like basically, like literally, you pay attention to that shit because I knew Bitcoin was going to jump. I didn't know it was going to jump 10 grand in a few weeks. But I knew Bitcoin was going to jump because Jay-Z and whoever he partnered up with,
so
they announced.
Didn't Elon Musk?
Yeah, Elon Musk also. Yeah, they announced it within a week of each other. And I was like, that shit's going to jump. And I was like, fuck! And it jumped. I was like,
also, one thing is for a retirement thing that Susie actually taught me about Roth IRAs.
That too.
She was like, because she has one, and that's one I want to get to. And I just want to put money into it every 6 months.
You need to diversify. That's all anyone needs to do. We need to diversify.
Yeah.
Have your money in different things. Have different streams of income.
Yeah, that's the main thing, having streams of income, and that's what I'm working on right now. Like, yeah, I love my hobbies, but my hobbies are ways that I can make money. Yeah, you know, I love being creative. That's what I like to do. But
that's the thing I wanted to talk to you about too before, because like when it comes to I forgot what it was. Like I think it was like making YouTube videos for like your makeup or something. You were like, the market's so saturated, I don't think like, you know, I can. And like I was watching this other lady be like, you know, you think that it's too saturated, like fuck that attitude, like don't let that hold you back, because there's other people out here making the fucking money.
That was like, you gotta keep doing things. Like it doesn't matter. There's someone out there who is gonna watch you. You never know what is gonna blow up.
You don't know who's watching you.
You don't know who's watching. You don't like that. And I was like, that's very true. Like,
I don't know. I thought about it, but my interest in makeup isn't as big as it was before.
I honestly think you should start doing something like showing how to like people like, so because people watch stuff like that, like watching people's journeys on like doing stuff like. If you recorded yourself learning how to sew, making your first thing, like people watch that title, it made my first dress, that shit pops off. Like there are multiple ways that you can, you know, you got this.
I think about it, but I'm just like, I don't know how to fucking set this shit up, and then like
I can do that. We are a production company. I know how to set shit up. I know what lighting you
But you're
need.
not here.
Call me.
Sure.
Literally, just call me.
But like seriously, because like this goes into
like
this also
make
goes into
videos with me. I'm like, just call me.
This goes into like me talking about like side hustles, like even with the tie-dye thing. Like I feel like you could like you had many people.
I'm hot.
You had so many people at Pie asking you to do their shirts and
day,
for them.
They were paying.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you should. I was like, you need to be asking them money. Like, don't do this shit
for free. I thought you were
at
first. Like, I mean,
I told them $5 a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You give me your shirt, you don't give me $5, you're not getting your shirt done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I have like several shirts from people, because they want to give me the money.
But that's so crazy to me though. Like, and like people all the time that I know, they'll be like, but I'm your friend, because they want me to teach them how to make edibles. And I'm like, okay, you know how long it took me to come up with the recipe? Like all the work that I put into this, I'm literally asking you to pay me $100 or $150, and I will teach you the skill where you can make several $100s off of like, you know, 1 ounce. Like I'm giving you the opportunity to make nearly $1,000 from $250 to quadruple your money, and you don't want to invest $150 into your friend, 2 into yourself, because you're gonna make that money back and then some within 1 ounce.
No, because a lot of people feel like, and I fall into this sometimes too, where they're your friends, they should do it for free.
No.
But
Susie always said that to me.
So
no one, it doesn't matter.
No, but
she's the one that taught me that.
The difference is that like I will do something for free for a friend if I offer to do it. Like, let me teach you how to do this.
That's
like,
different.
Yeah, but I also,
someone coming to you saying,
yes, I know, and I have to work on that on myself too. Like, I'm always just willing to do it because I enjoy it so much that sometimes I don't care about making money.
I enjoy cooking, but at the same time, I know, like, that is, like, one, I'm creating competition for myself. Two, it's a very good fucking marketable skill. It's not that hard to learn. Like, I tried even pushing people, giving them the places to find the information. Just do the research on your own and teach yourself. Still would not do this shit.
A lot of people are lazy. They don't want to do it for themselves. And I'm like, they want someone to give them all the information.
I had someone a couple weeks ago, like Issa, he asked me, because he wanted to infuse stuff. He's like, wanted me to teach him and stuff. I was like, I mean, if you pay me like $100, $150, like, I'll teach you, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm cool with that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that surprised me.
I was like, what?
No, I like fucking with him. So like,
no, that shit surprised me though. When he was like, yeah, that's no problem. Like, I totally respect that.
Issa is one person who he always supports people. Like, Susie is the one, my friend, so I'm like, she supports every single thing I've ever done.
Susie is a supportive person. Like, all I see her is like, look at my friend. Look at my friend. Look at my friend.
And I like, don't get
why. Look at my friend.
Like, I don't get why most people don't do that. Like, whenever it came to, like, me and Diana starting the page, I was like, why is it that when I post about me, like, say, like, making a happy birthday post to myself, I can get over 100 likes. But me saying, hey, I started a page with my best friend that we're doing something creative, it gets 20 likes. It gets no follow. I'm like, what? Y'all, you're supposed to, you know me personally.
They not friends for real.
That's crazy. I mean, like, people are secretly haters to me. That's what I mean to me. I'm like, y'all are disgusting. Like,
and it sometimes it be the closest ones to you that be hating on your ass that don't even like support you. Like, you can support them all the time and they won't even.
But that's the thing. Sometimes they only want that proximity so they can like hoist themselves up in some way in their own head to make them look better, feel better.
Don't I know it?
But once this shit pops off, don't fucking come up to me being like, oh my god, yeah, I knew M, I knew Diana.
I was totally that shit yesterday. I was like, man, I do not want to hear anyone from my past come be like, oh my god, she's my best friend.
We were friends.
Like, shut the fuck up, okay?
We smoked J's in the alley together. Okay, bitch, so what? You didn't repost my shit. And why?
Because it's like ringing in my ear.
When we blow up, I don't want anyone to fucking talk to me. Don't fucking say one word to me. If you, like, whenever we have, like, I'm in my head, I was thinking about the movie we're about to make. Like, we're gonna have a premiere for it. Like, we're having a premiere. We're gonna buy a little location, have a little thing. Whoever's not invited to that, that's how you're gonna know.
All I ask is that there's a red carpet.
We'll have a red carpet.
I want to walk the red carpet.
We're gonna have a little Q&A.
Yes.
Like, what? Don't say shit. But yes, when we blow up.
But the funny thing is that, like, there are gonna be people that say that and do that, and us being the people who don't go out and don't really have that many friends, like, number one, you're fucking lying. Like, chill out.
Friends.
I don't really. I mean,
no, I'm saying it's true. Like, we don't have many friends, and it's so funny.
I don't leave the house unless I'm going to work or the store.
Like, it's so funny. I only come here or Diana's house.
So like, let's be real here. The very few friends that I do hang out with, like,
I go to y'all's
they
job.
Be supporting.
I'm like, I guess I'm going to Pie and hang out at Pie today.
Might as well work there.
Oh, that's so funny.
Sit at carry out, answer the phone.
I want to all the time. I told Jessica I want to take pizzas out to people, but she won't let me.
Why?
Because I'm not employee technically, which I understand.
Oh yeah, and we're not doing any new hires.
Yeah.
Just rehires.
So I understand that. Even though, whatever, not important.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm really tired. I really want to stop talking.
All right.
Okay.
Anyways, listen. Y'all save your money. Don't open no shit for nobody because they gonna fuck up your credit. Don't nobody care about your credit but you.
Even though it's stupid.
Yeah, I've done it, so like I get
You know what I'm
it.
saying? Like it's dumb.
It's a sham.
It's such a sham.
Credit cards are stupid.
Credit scores. I mean,
yeah.
credit cards are dumb in all reality too. It's invisible money. What the fuck? Why would you give us invisible money?
My issue with credit cards is that I use it and then like I have to pay it back, even though like, and I need it to build my credit, but like I have the money.
So why don't you use your debit card? Yeah, it's understandable.
Yes.
I get it. That's what I'm saying. It's invisible money. It's stupid. It's dumb. Or whatever.
Yeah. Take care of your credit score. Take care of your health. Take care of you.
And pop that pussy for a real one. If anyone experiences financial ruin, we are not held responsible.
Disclaimer.
God, I miss popping pussy.
Bitch. Bye, y'all.
What do you mean, bitch?